Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Noobs with the video for you guys today. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully, good, some good. Your boy is back with the video for you guys today. Hope you're all good, health, mentally, and physically. As we get started with another weekend of FC, I haven't played this game in terms of like rivals since Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? I didn't freaking, I don't know. When did Henna come out? I think if it was Wednesday, then it was Wednesday. The last play rivals. But today we're gonna play rivals again. You know, a fresh little reset for the week. And today is a discussion video. We're not doing a review. It's just a FUT discussion video. So we're gonna be talking about some things today. Primarily what I want to talk about is, you know, the ongoing conversations and debate about the meta. Because, you know, people are talking about formation metas and, you know, what's ratty and what's not ratty and how things are played. So we're gonna play some games of rivals and also talk about that as well. Also, we packed today a untradeable version of Henna. So we got a fresh card. Got to get an engine on her. We sold the other one. But yeah, for today we're running the 4-4-1-1. Said it in the last video that I want to try her out in the 4-4-1-1, where we can make her more of not the center, but like, you know, the sole playmaker in the squad. And generally, when it comes to like formations, you know, getting into the topic before we get into the games, you know, everyone has like their own opinions on what a ratty formation is right now. People are very, very upset about the 4-2-1-3. Meanwhile, everyone's playing it too. It's always say this community will complain about stuff while also still doing what they're complaining about. But the 4-2-1-3 is basically just a 4-2-3-1 with wingers. So instead of like having those wingers to the left and right directly to the CDMs in the 4-2-3-1, the 4-2-1-3 has those wingers higher up, which has like a lot of freaking space, and all that space has to be marked by your opponent. So that's just your opponent formation now given, you know, just an same amount of space in the game. But outside of just that by itself is how people set up the formations that make the formation what they are. So when I play the 4-2-1-3, I play it in a very attacking way. I don't play a very defensive version of formation. I don't have anyone on center half. I usually have like one CDM on holding and the other CDM is on playmaker build up. Then I have my right wing back on attacking wing back. My left wing back is just a wing back. So it's very, very attacking. But a lot of people, the meta is to have it very, very defensive. But you can do that with most formations. Even with this formation, the 4-4-1-1, you can set it to where you can have your entire freaking like midfield come back on defense and basically have 8 people in the box. That's a possible freaking thing to do with this formation or any formation. How a formation becomes ratty is based on the player, not the formation itself. It's more just amplified via the tactics. But yeah, let's get to the games rivals and continue the conversation.
And that's exactly what we've got. I'm Derek Ray, and sitting next to me with his tactics charts at the ready is Stuart Robson. And what we have coming up:
outrun your opponent. Eventually, you'll get the space to show your ability. I'm sure that's being echoed by the coaches here today.
Freaking press warrior over here.
More than decent this from United.
Oh, that stiffness right there was not good.
And here's the starting 11.
Nice from Vanessa.
Gianluigi Buffon begins in goal. Lilian Thuram starts with Diogo Dalot. Oh, that is a Scholes.
Oh man, that was such a good move.
Progress on the training pitch. She's looking sharper. She's improving her technique.
It just bounced right back to him after he freaking stole the ball. That's so dumb. He stole the ball from behind and it just bounces forward. Like, this game is so ass. How do you steal the ball from behind and a ball bounce forwards? 2-man freaking warrior over here.
Holland. Pressure applied. Can they make something of it? Vinicius Junior. And keeping it out. Say he really should have been able to give the keeper a test from there.
Yeah, generally though, when it comes to like tactics and whatnot, it's all about how you play the game. Like, you see how this guy's just 2-man pressing, you know, he has a stack midfield. Like, he's trying so fucking hard. That's the community. Like, y'all made the formations what they are.
Yeah, he was too impatient to win the ball. And
you know, you choose to play an attacking formation, you choose to freaking play a defensive formation, you choose to freaking do something, you know.
Ali Watt.
We already have Henna on freaking playmaker, and she's making 0 runs while Jude on bounces making all the runs. Trying to do a ping pass, not ping pass, decisive pass, and my player literally just doesn't do it. Well, he does it, but the way that it happened was like it went nowhere.
Counter chance looks very real. Well, it
Hitting
looks so
Y immediately after
promising,
receiving
but
that
it all
ball.
goes for nothing. It's not going to go down as the prettiest passing sequence we've ever seen.
Just waiting to see if he's gonna freaking like come up or not, but it just took so long to freaking make that decision.
And the Senators looking dangerous.
This guy's entire gameplay, he hasn't taken a single freaking shot other than just trying to bash finesse shots.
Who can he pick out? Well, it was never really... Rooney. And Rooney trying to open them up.
That's how you do it, bitch.
Down to 10.
Yeah, like the entire like community, everyone's just trying to build the most defensive freaking, you know, formations possible with tactics, and then, you know, put it on counter so you can freaking, you know, once you freaking do all the defensive stuff, be able to freaking, you know, obviously score off the counter attack. So now we're trying to pass to, trying to go to freaking,
Looked promising, but no chance in the end. Hina Sugita. Rooney.
mostly lengthy, the rescue again.
At Planet Fitness, no two members are alike, but they all have one
Oh,
thing in common.
surely.
Sheesh. It just bounces off on Blair. This guy can't shoot for shit. After all that, he still needs to freaking the net.
Committed challenge.
Bro, it wouldn't freaking pass a fucking ball, dude.
Hina Sugita.
The auto turn would fuck me right there.
And did his job.
Just trying to go to freaking Gorder with that one. Yeah, we passed ball to Henna right there, and you see her turn around. I'm not trying to turn. The game auto turns on freaking Blair.
And there it is, the final
We taketh, I dubbeth against this freaking meta rat. He scored his only goal was a freaking power shot because he's a meta merchant. Every shot he took was a meta freaking attempt. He spammed freaking finesse shots, made one power shot off a bad bounce. But as I said, you know, that's what this community does. Community is just a bunch of meta merchants. He got a red card to, you know, he went to save a freaking attempt. He had a free run off a bad bounce with freaking Vinny, and we used Alex Scott to stop it. So she got a red card, but it was worth it. He didn't get a goal. All right, as I get ready to get back into game number 2, one of the things I did mention is that I bought Vanessa Giles. It's one that I always wanted to check her out, and that's when I saw her. But you know, her freaking minimum price wasn't freaking like altered at all. So I was like, I'm not spending freaking, I think it was like 40K for the card. I was like, yeah, well, I'll wait for them to update her minimum price. He finally did that, so I'm gonna try her out. Yeah, I know people will be like, is she a little undersized? I feel like in this game, size doesn't matter too much as long as you have a good partner set up, aka the person who's next to her is someone who can compensate for what she lacks in height, which, you know, Holland does. But yeah, so just intermission to mention the fact that we do have Vanessa Giles in here. So you guys know of her. Also, for those who don't know, she actually plays for Angel City FC, but she's on loan to Lyon. Yeah, let's get back to some games.
Players that are missing, but so often it's the mentality of the players that is key to winning any
Those
football
passes
game.
are so
Which
stiff and
league
slow.
has the right attitude today is the big question.
Tim Howard stands between the posts. Pedro Neto plays with Stephen El Shaarawy out wide. And
Not trying to pass, trying to go to Henna.
plays alongside
Oh, man.
Martinez. Troublesome. El Shaarawy. Oh, how about that for the large line of defence? Jude Bellingham. Well, still searching for the equaliser, but not passing it anxiously. And he's done it. Again. Brighton.
Can't move, like,
Mighty challenge.
bruh, how many times do I have to freaking hit the button and I just can't fucking move? Like, war gameplay, dude. My players are just so fucking stiff. Just look at this man.
Top class defending.
Good play.
That's just a loss of focus.
You made a mistake. I've been punished for it.
The goalkeeper doesn't want to see a playback of that.
That's 100% deserved. This freaking defensive ass formation you're freaking playing.
El Shaarawy. he has it. Can they trouble the opposition this time? Well, disappointing end to the move. Scholes. And Rooney, can he do it?
He moved this keeper to the left. I knew he was going to.
Elects to go short. Brighton.
That's a goal for goal to Brighton. Is that a Henna assist or a Scholes assist?
Succession. Now they have the lead. No wonder. Chance to play it in. And having a goal. Still alive. Scholes.
That's a goal for Paul Scholes. Assist for Wayne Rooney. The Man United boys connect here to make it a 4-1 game. What a match day it was.
In the grand scheme of Wayne Rooney.
Look at it. Like he's basically like whenever he's on defense, it turns like a 5 back. It might be a freaking 4-2-1-3.
Paul Scholes. Now with Rooney. 10 minutes to go then.
He's not gonna freaking defend with his freaking players.
Paul Scholes. Couldn't quite muster a real threat.
Wara gameplay. Wara gameplay. Like just bashing buttons to do stuff in the game, just like, yeah, we don't give a fuck. Trying to go for the cheese goal.
Magic for the goalkeeper.
Gosh, I'm gonna laugh the day they freaking patch that shit and people keep going for it and keepers won't be freaking dumb about it. Like, yeah, we freaking defended against it right there.
Prospering today.
This guy was very, very, very ratty. Another formation where people just, you know, it's all about just trying to like just play defense. You know, and it's just boring. Like, it's just boring. And the thing about like these formations that are just based around playing about being defensive is when they get to a point where there's a big deficit. So like, you know, going down 2-0 or 3-0 or even, you know, 3-1. It's hard to come back because you're playing a formation that's based around defense. And what helps me out, and I try to give advice to people, is if you play manual defense, you don't have to rely on a defensive formation. Like I said, whenever I build up my formations, I don't build them with defense in mind. I build my formations and tactics with offense in mind. My fullbacks are always usually wingbacks. Sometimes I might have like one fullback, usually it's like Koundé because, you know, Barcelona. But usually my wingbacks are, you know, wingbacks, and you know, I always have like at least one person on attack when it comes to my inside forwards, or they're both on roaming. You know, then I always have freaking two playmakers, midfielders instead of, you know, 2 or 3. So like my offense is my thought process when I build my formations and build my tactics. And since and the reason why I can do that is because of manual defense. I play manual defense. I'm going to pull someone. If I switch to my freaking fullback on the right side, I'm the one using that player. If I'm going to the inside with my center backs, I'm the one using my center backs. Midfielders, I can pull back any of my midfielders I want on defense myself. You know, so like if you play manual defense, it's way easier to freaking just build an offensive freaking like offensive focused tactic and formation. But this community sucks at manual defense, so therefore they want to rely on AI defense and rely on 2-man press, rely on auto offside traps, and then just build a very defensive formation, and then rely on a counterattack from a turnover for whatever reason to get their offense. Get into game 3, fellas. My non-binary fucking ladies.
Look like a 4-4-2 of sorts, a flat back 4, 3 quite narrow who'll protect them, but a number 10 that's going to float around the front.
Nice one, Vanessa.
Either running beyond or making key passes into them.
Building formations.
Score. A really good interception to take the ball. Just to level it. It's there.
Make up for it though.
Last long, they're back level already. Good pressure this high up the pitch. The ref allowing the game to flow.
It's look at just like how tight the defense is. 2-man freaking press. It's like you just don't have any freaking space and you can freaking do.
United recovering possession well.
That's all sides.
Lovely ball, could be a chance.
Vanessa would have got that too, which is what's funny.
Mightily close.
Even though he was all sides, Vanessa, she's really good.
Timed his run well.
This could be dangerous.
Ooh. Get outplayed. Just gotta break them down. It comes to these people who just want to play defense the entire freaking game. Just break them down.
2-1 now.
Just not how I want that pass to go. Bro, this guy is getting so fucking lucky. Game. What the actual fuck was that? Come on.
And well deserved, you have to say.
Just the luckiest fucking bounces, dude.
You can see he's under all sorts of pressure.
He celebrates the fuck out of that. Just a lucky ass bounce.
Ball scored.
Oh my god, doesn't go anywhere near our freaking player.
Oh, could be a chance here.
Fuck out of here. I earned my fucking goals, you bitch ass fucking pussy. That pissed me the fuck off. He gets this lucky ass bouncing shit, man. Alright, fellas, ladies, non-binary folk, time for the outro. We had to take Jude out because Jude got a red card. We had a red card to pretty much not lose that last game. Yeah, it's an ending in 3-3. You see how quickly this game can change your fucking mood. We were just having like such a great freaking time whooping some ass, and then a guy gets 3 goals off just lucky bounces, and now we're pissed off. We ended up having a draw. You know, honestly, we would have lost if I didn't freaking, you know, intentionally freaking foul that led to a freaking red card. Like, it's so wild that this game takes 0 freaking skill, and people can just score off just the luckiest bounces. Like, I'm literally saving the ball multiple times from players, and then I just can't, like, we get it, like the last goal that he got. He stopped the ball with Holland, but we can't clear it. Like, it's just, we're trying to clear the ball, we can clear the ball. This game is just so bad. It's such a bad video game. But anyways, you know, the topic of today's video is about formations. People getting carried by formations, and just in general, people in this game just get carried. You know, there's very few people in this game who I would say is actually like good at the game. Most people are just getting carried by the tactics that they found from YouTube or on FUTWiz or FUT.gg. They get carried by the players themselves, obviously. You know, they do a lot of manual defense and just rely on just lucky bounces and things like that. You know, a lot of people in this game aren't good, and we see that when we go play Rush. When they have to only control just their player, no one else. There's no tactics, there's no formation. It's just you control one player. What happens in Rush? You see just people they can't pass, they can't defend, they can't shoot. You play friendlies, and it's one of those friendlies where it's like you can't freaking play as like your main squad. You got to use silvers. You got to use One Nation. What do you see? They crumble. People suck at this game, so that's why they need these formations that can carry them, like the 4-2-1-3, like, you know, even the 4-4-1-1. You know, this is a formation that people will copy from the freaking pros. Tactics different. My tactics are different. I do my own tactics, do my own formations, but when it comes to how the pros play it, though, that's a lot of people copy that, and they make it very defensive, and they just play that way, just defensive, counterattacks, and go from there. You know, so it's just people get carried by the game itself. Like, I play a variety of video games. I don't play just one game. Primarily, I play shooters, so I tend to use a lot of shooter analogies in my videos. Oh, but out of all the games I've played, whether it's a sport game, a shooting game, a fighting game, MMOs, out of all multiplayer games I've played, this game is way more dependent on the actual like non-skill aspects than any other game that I've ever played. Yeah, like you can get lucky in some games here and there, but for the most part, the better player is always going to have the most success. In this game, though, because of how the gameplay is inconsistent when it comes to whether or not it's working properly or heavy, because of ping-ponging and bouncing around, because of tactics and formations, and, you know, having cracked players, things like that, the skill gap isn't based on the actual individual players, it's based on the formation, the tactics of players. It's bad. And people just get lucky, and that's why these formations are the way that they are. People just, they whore out formations and beg other people to play the same formations as them. And the funny thing about it is, if you go to anyone's Twitch chat, what do you see? Oh, that's such a rat formation. Don't use that formation. But it's like, but that's all you see in game. So a lot of y'all are lying. A lot of y'all are in Twitch chats calling people rats and whatnot, but y'all are the rats. Like behind the keyboard, y'all acting like y'all, you know, one of the rare few who doesn't play meta, and one of the rare few who doesn't use, you know, meta tactics, and one of the rare few who doesn't freaking spam finesse shots and spam freaking, you know, power shots. But in reality, y'all are those people, because if y'all weren't, you wouldn't see that almost every single game in every single division. You know, I kind of want to talk about skill gaps in general, because there is a skill gap. Like, I don't want y'all to take it as me saying like, you know, there isn't a difference between a Div freaking, you know, 3 player and a Div 9 player. There's a huge difference. Have you ever seen a Div 9 player play against a Div 3 player? It ain't pretty. It's harder to play squad battles on world class than it is for a Div 3 player to play against a freaking a Div 9 player. Is brutal. I know, because I've actually freaking done it myself. I've played against one who's Div 9 while being a Div 3 player, and it was 10-0. He wouldn't leave. He didn't freaking like rubber band. He just wouldn't leave. He was still trying his damnedest, but just like there's a skill gap there. There's a skill gap there, you know. And I bet there's a skill gap between me and someone who's freaking an elite division. You know, like if you're an elite division player and playing against someone who's Div 3 or Div 4, let's make it a bigger gap. Div 5 and elite will probably be the exact same thing. It will be harder to play squad battles for than anything else when it comes to like a freaking elite division player against a Div 5 player. So there is a skill gap, obviously, but you make that skill gap smaller when you have tactics and players and formations that can carry you, when you have play styles that can carry you. There's a lot of carrying going on in this game. But anyways, that's it for me. Hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you guys on the next one. Leave any thoughts, have a conversation below. I've been your boy, AnubisArchangel. I didn't even forget something about Vanessa Giles. Hold up, don't leave the video yet. Vanessa Giles. So we've used her in Rivals for 3 games. We used her in Rush as well for 3 games. Honestly, she's pretty good. She has 99 defense. I think that's the highest defense in the entire game. Her biggest flaw is the lack of freaking pace and passing. Because you do want some good passing for your center backs, in my personal opinion, because you want to be able to like distribute that ball from the backfield. But really good, really good. Honestly, I might just keep this card. It was only like freaking 13K, so it's not like I spent a lot of coin on it. But 13K, this card might be, you know, a mainstay, if not like on the bench. It's like my backup. Probably makes my main team or my passion FC squad. This is a very good card. There was a lot of the games we played today, the 3 games we played today. Part of why we didn't lose is because of her. Like, there were some moments where Holland's block plus kicked in and saved us, but there's a lot of moments in the games where my opponents were making attacking runs and they just couldn't get past her, or her abilities because the intercept allowed her to get the ball. I just kind of wish she had more pace, because you kind of need it in this freaking meta. At the same time, I was kind of wish she had intercept or freaking bruiser just to make things better. Like, I just want more defending play styles on my defenders. But very good card though. Like, I feel like people are underrating this card because of her size. You know, size doesn't matter in this freaking game. Every game that I played, my opponents freaking had a corner, and out of 3 games, only 1 corner was freaking like made, and it was off of a bounce. You know, like, we actually saved the ball with Vanessa. Like, he kicked the corner, Vanessa defended the ball, and it bounced to the ground, and then it bounced up into my opponent, and he kicked it into the freaking net. So it's like just more unlucky than it is anything else. But, you know, the person who stopped the ball initially was her, with her power header, her aerial as well. So this one mentioned out, it comes from Vanessa. We tried to see if Sugita will play better in this kind of formation. I don't know what it is with her AI. Her AI just wouldn't freaking get into attacking positions. Jude kept getting, we had Jude about spots and heading on playing Garomi. She wouldn't move into attacking positions. Her AI does not want to play attack. You know, she's meant to play attack. She has playmaker plus, but her AI just doesn't want it to. Her AI wants to be bounce to box. Her AI wants to be holding. Like, that's what I was about this card. I said in my video when it came to the review. For those who didn't see the review, watch the review. The card that I had for her, we put that on trade on the market, but we have like freaking, I want to say 9 games played on that card and like 15 goals and like 18 assists. The reason why there's more now because I kept playing. I played more games after that video. Also took her into Rush and was just dominating freaking Rush with her. But when it comes to, you know, today specifically, she just doesn't seem like she wants to move, and I feel like that's because I think her AI is coded to play defense. But she does have deep line playmaker. She does have freaking holding as a DM. She does have Halfinger as well. But like when it comes to her playing playmaker, she just seems like she just doesn't have any interest in making attacking runs. Could just be an AI issue with the game. I don't know, but like I said, that's it for me. Catch you guys on the next one, my dear.